today I have a special guest. This is Jason Slagle.
Hello.
And Jason, why don't you just tell us first what you do for a living, and then we'll kind of talk about why you're here.
Okay, well, for a living, I'm a personal trainer at Crunch Fitness. Maybe that has to do a little bit with art. As we create our bodies, right, we're trying to convey a message as well as like we do in our art. So I think they work well together. But art's definitely a passion of mine, and so that's what got me involved in this art battle, which leads us here with Tracy today.
Mm-hmm. And you've competed before, right?
For sure. I was actually in the first one we had in Wichita Falls.
The very first one.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that come about?
You know, I'm not real sure. I think I just kind of was getting back into art again after I got injured. You know, I used to do triathlon and I got injured. It's kind of what got me back into art. And I ran into Bob Barrow and got talking about Art Battle, and that's what got me into the first one. And I actually met the person in charge of Art Battle in Las Vegas soon after that, and kind of got that whole thing started, bringing that to Wichita Falls.
It sounds like you almost got them here.
I know, it was fun. It was fun.
That's so cool. So how many times have you competed?
I've done 3 times.
Okay.
And I actually was in the state finals in Dallas.
Wow.
So and that one's on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you want to go look it up.
Yeah, I'll be sure. And after this, will you put the link on there so that
sure.
they can watch it?
You have to remind me. No,
okay,
ADHD will be.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way. If you don't tell me right now and I write it down,
you never know.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna try something today. He's come today to kind of work with me and show me some of the techniques that he's used at Art Battle, and just to kind of help out not just me, but other artists who are going to compete, either in this art battle in June or coming up this summer. Or how far are they each? When's the next one after this?
That's a good question. I should probably know that. But I don't. But we're always looking for artists, so you can always just go to artbattle.com and look at the difference. There's a lot of different venues, not just Wichita Falls. Okay. There's Dallas. So you can apply to compete at any of those.
Really?
Sure. Okay. But, you know, Wichita Falls is local, so it's a little easier. But today we're just going to kind of, you know, talk about maybe a lot of times it's just nerves going into it because it's a live competition.
Right.
Not only that, you don't have much time to paint. So whether you're just starting out or you're an established artist, you know, it's keeping those nerves in check is a lot of it. So
how do you go from you know, a lot of artists, and most artists take hours to do their artwork.
Sure. How
do you condense it down? Like
sure.
How would you talk to and give advice to just your regular artists that you know may be more meticulous in their process?
Sure. You know, as artists, a lot of times we like to scale things up as big as we can right off the bat, and it's just finding a way to scale that back. And for me, it was, you know, finding materials that work better, paint that work better. It's
a lot of trial and error.
Sure, a lot of trial and error. So, like, this is the last one. I don't know if y'all can see this. Maybe it'll turn out. So these are the ones I just kind of practiced for the other one. I went and got some paper that would kind of, you know, mimic the canvas, and just kind of came up with an idea on that, and then scaled it up to the canvas.
Was it hard to make that transition from that to the big canvas?
You know, at first it was, because it was finding that way to draw it on there right. And that's the other thing. I found out that I would just, since it was open materials, using a good magic marker, I found these.
I saw that last time you were doing it.
And so, you know, I just kind of sketched it before I did it, and this was my reference material. So it went from just here to conception, and then visualization, and just kind of made it happen.
One of the things that I have been doing in the last few times that I've done a live is I'll take my like a color and outline the shape of it first.
Sure.
Would you suggest something like that, or do it in markers so that you don't have a lot of the mixing that you don't want? Like, what would be your suggestion on that?
A lot of it is, you know, you're wanting to make these lines, but they have to dry before you can make another line, or you have to finish this before you can start something else. But it just depends on what you want it to look like.
Right.
So the magic marker for some people, or maybe that Sharpie, maybe, you know, it doesn't look like the acrylic paint, it has a different look. But for me, you know, it's all about the art and what I'm trying to create.
Right.
So in that 20 minutes, it just worked out better for me, and that's what
Yeah,
I used.
yeah, that's pretty quick, because that's the thing is for me, it's okay. I got to get it on there, got to get it ready. Let's go.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
you don't want to be spending forever on your sketch.
Sure.
You
sure.
know,
and
and
that,
at the same time, you don't want to go willy-nilly either.
right, and that's the other thing that comes into play is that time management, which, you know, as artists and people that maybe have ADHD or something like that, it really comes down to that planning before you start.
Right.
And I know we had talked about like having a playlist. So one of the first ones I did, I created a 20-minute playlist, and I would practice to the playlist, you know, and after this song I need to be, I should be this far into my painting.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of takes that audience out. And I know, you know, we want to be showing and participate with the audience, but at the same time,
You gotta have
be in
your
our own world and
focus.
have your focus. So
Right.
it's just finding a way to do that and maintain it while you're on stage.
And I gotta say, his advice for doing the playlist really has helped me,
Thank
because
you.
I know when Tina's coming that I better be wrapping it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, big wheels better keep on turning. Something like that.
And I actually changed one of my songs. I changed the chain to Zombie by the Cranberries. So I think
Alright,
that's
yeah.
really going to get me, you know, moving and everything.
So y'all know
like
if she's
that.
shaking a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
in
You can
your
hear
head,
me
see if
singing.
She's listening to Zombies.
I'm wondering if there's some way to share my playlist when I'm actually at the art battle.
Sure.
So if someone just wanted to watch me or another artist or something like that, you know, they could have their earphones
Yeah.
and turn it up and hear what I'm hearing. You know
Surely
what I
we
mean?
make that happen.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
it's like the Christmas lights. We can do the Christmas lights. We'll tune in
That
at
would be pretty
87.9
cool,
listen
wouldn't
to Tracy.
Yeah, exactly. That would be pretty awesome. So I thought just for fun that we would play around with just a cool painting. This one right here, I don't know if you can see it. I sketched it out in pencil, but it's going to be a Starry Night Darth Vader Star Wars scene, just for fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay in our background first. He's going to show me some techniques and stuff, and then we'll just kind of create this together. How's that sound? All right,
I like it.
let's go.
So I think we're going to start off with this. I'm just going to have you put in this
Here, let me grab
paint here.
my plate, an extra plate. Lance, can you grab us a... Oh, gosh, there's nothing like being prepared,
It's like
right?
when things go south, we'll just blame Lance.
Yes. So if you hear me go, Lance, you know what's going on.
Here's- This will probably work if you just want to use the tip here. And we'll start with
Okay.
the brush.
All right. All right.
And I always use new brushes with every color.
So with this particular paint, would I want to dip first or just lay it on?
I would get the end of your brush kind of ready to go. So meaning, just go ahead and get this, and then make sure we have it where it's covered evenly and not, because you don't want to glob on all your paint and have your paint down to here. So it's just easier if you kind of dip in, and now we've got an even line to work with.
It, yeah.
And now we can kind of go around the outline we have here.
Okay.
I'm gonna back up and let you work for a minute.
Yeah, and already I'm feeling a smoothness that I haven't had with some of my other things that I've done.
Sure.
So this is a nice kind of change. Again, this is going to be really helpful in helping the process and stuff, because I can establish these and then go on around and work on other things and come back.
Sure, and this paint is a little less viscous, so it goes on easier on that canvas and dries quicker.
And that's what you really want when you're doing the art battle is so that you don't end up with a whole bunch of extra mixing and stuff. You want it to have that quick, dry effect.
Sure. Let me see if I can flip this around here and we'll...
I say I'm going to make these, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, we'll just throw that in. We'll just throw all that in.
Yeah, and when you're laying in the background, if you have this already set, we just kind of want to leave that. Oh, Lord, nobody needed to see that.
Oh, gosh.
There we go. So we're just laying in the outline here. Make sure you leave in all this negative space. You don't want to, if you're going to put in color, make sure you're not going in heavy with that blue.
Right.
A little bit of blue may be okay. You know, you can get the acrylic back over it. I'm gonna flip this back around here.
So with this, should I be focused on trying to get the white space in between out, or knowing that I'm going to come back in?
I would say knowing that you're going to come back in with the majority of your background, right, is this one color.
Right.
It's okay to kind of leave it more open because this will blend everything back in when you're finished as well. Okay. You're taking this blue.
All right. So at this point, could I switch blues and maybe get something a little...
Like a little lighter blue or a heavier blue?
Yeah.
Sure.
A little lighter this time? Yeah. Yeah. So like maybe like more of a liquid blue.
So this would be the same thing here.
Okay.
So we'll just put a little. And if you're going to blend it in, it's okay to use that same brush.
Yeah, and that's a lot of what I do when I am painting and stuff. I do use the same brush if I am in the same color scheme, and so this will kind of help to smooth out, hopefully, what I've just done and give it some depth as well.
And then later, you know, you can go back in with that heavier acrylic as well.
Yeah, and that's what I'm going to do when I start to lay my actual Starry Night.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot smoother. Yeah. I may forget about that star down there.
I mean, it's a Starry Night. We didn't say how many stars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we've got a great thing going here. Let me kind of loop around these real quick, and then we'll move on.
Sure. So I'm gonna start timing you. Give you three. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes on each section.
No, I won't be focused that much on trying to get it a complete thing, just to give us an idea.
Quick background.
Yeah, just okay. All right, that's good.
Come down just a little bit.
Yeah, down into this one. Now let me get a little bit of water. There we go.
And you can see just how that little bit of water changed the kind of way.
Yeah, exactly. And it does. It gives just a nice blending to it. Looks really good. I'm just kind of taking away some of that white space that's still in there. And two, if I were doing this at the art battle and getting the side painted too, but we're not going to worry about that right now. All right.
So again, if you're just joining us, we're talking about art battle, kind of just painting, the process of it.
Getting a feel for the big canvas, getting a feel for different types of paint on it, using different consistencies of paint, because he's brought 3 different types of consistencies today, which will really help to kind of break down like what works best for what section. You know, your thinner sections, of course, in your big background, and then you start layering in your thicker paints and stuff on top of that.
So we're just, and if you're just now joining us, we're doing kind of a Starry Night with a little twist.
Yeah, with a little Star Wars twist going on. All right, so now what do we want to do? So now let's give this a chance to dry out here, and we'll lay in some black. How's that sound? And I'll just use some of my black because it's quicker. Yeah, well, it's pretty quick. All right.
Always, this is a tip. I don't know if the black, you always have to be careful with the black, especially in art battle, because if you get that black anywhere and it starts smearing in, it's a nightmare to try to fix.
So would you suggest using that same kind of black for...
I would go in and put that black in at the end. So if the black is just going to be line, just for line work, I will put it in at the end to make sure that, because you're going to be going so quickly.
So would I be dry enough at this point to move to my yellows?
Yes.
Okay, then let's do that, and let's leave the black for the end.
Let's leave that.
See, look at that! Look at that! Yes.
See, learn from my mistakes.
I know. Okay, did you bring any yellow?
Yes, it's over here.
Good.
So this is a little different one as well.
Okay.
Just go ahead and pour it. So shake it real well. Or do you shake it real good? Shake it real good.
Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it.
It doesn't matter. Shake it.
All right. Okay.
So let's grab a new brush with this one.
All right, let's go a little bit smaller this time. Actually, because I want to go inside my moons. Or my moons. So
these are all the same size.
Oh,
so all my brushes are the same size.
And that's the thing too is I realized how few brushes that I had to get ready for this particular competition. Because like this is my favorite size right here, you know? And so you kind of have to, you can't use, should be my smallest size.
So what I would do is I would just try to take this brush and only use that much of it.
Okay. Okay.
And that's what I'd only dip that much of the brush. And it kind of allows me to control the line as well.
Okay. Let's
and
try
then
that.
if you want to have a little bit more, you just, dip it back in. So we're just going to do that. We just want to kind of get this edge and try to use it like that.
Yeah.
And then you're not using a bunch of different sized brushes in the competition as well.
Okay. Yeah, because that still gives you the control that you want.
It will give you the control.
And then you can go back to using your bigger brush when you need it. You know what I mean?
Sure, and like your circles here don't necessarily have to be purple because perfect because you're going to come in at the end with
right, with all
outline.
of your different outlining and stuff. So you're just laying them in at this point. Yeah. And a little of that paint is going a long way too, so that's nice because I was able to complete all of those with just that little amount that he gave me.
And you can see it may pick up a little bit of that blue, but it's dry enough where
it's not going to do like a big
not going to blend in.
Green stars. All right, and then let's do. Let's just go ahead and make this one like that too. This is going to be my Death Star with a little more gray right here. So we'll let that gray out with some of that blue.
I mean, she's getting crazy, y'all.
I
Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know what's going on.
Who even knew? Get a little bit of water there, and we will turn it a little green.
I mean, what Star Wars are we on now? 15? 7?
I don't know, but I don't. So do you watch any of the ones on Disney Plus, like
the Mandalorian?
The Mandalorian and stuff like that?
Well, I started to, and then my subscription ran out, and I'm too lazy to renew it. Honestly, I think it's that it takes me 30 minutes to type out my username and password on the remote control, so I just won't do it.
I'm going to actually take some of this blue again, and then I'm going to bring the inside of it and give some... Ooh, I got a little crazy, but we're going to use that.
This is going to be a little thicker, too, than the other paint.
So I'm going to switch to this brush right here, and then I'm just going to bring some of that blue on around. And it is a little thicker, but it is blending really nicely with that yellow.
Yeah, the thing about that paint too is it'll blend without changing the color of it.
Yeah.
Because they don't necessarily mix together.
Yeah.
It's like oil and acrylic without it being like that.
Nice.
Yep. Good.
Okay. Wait, let me do a little bit in here. Oh, we got the beginning of a Death Star. All right. So now let's go in with this same blue. Let's kind of clean our brush a little bit. That way we don't have any green in it. And we're going to go in and start doing the traditional swirls, okay? So basically what I do is a chain effect. And that's where I do like the different tones and things like that.
So what'll be neat is at the end of this, we'll take this texture paint and put it on top of that, and we'll see what it looks like.
Okay.
It's gonna look really neat.
It's gonna look really cool. So we're just gonna get the beginnings of it, establish it.
If you're just joining us, we're talking about Art Battle, just kind of blending styles. What to expect.
And so if you have any questions, if you are competing or thinking about competing, you can ask them. Hopefully in a minute I'll look and see what people, if anyone's asked anything. But yeah, you can do that as well. Okay, let's set up these. Oh, it takes me a second to do these. Yes, hit each one of those. So that is one thing that you always want to make sure is that you're covering the if you have enough time, of course.
The edge.
The edges, yes.
That's fixing to make a mess. I don't want that all over my shirt.
That kind of gives us the beginning of something.
Yep. I'm gonna go and blend it in.
And then I'm going to take some of that blue from earlier. Ooh, you know what? Let's do that instead. Looks like we have some viewers. Thanks for watching. If you want to send us some hearts, really boost the algorithms if you like what you're seeing. Again, if you're just joining us, we are talking about the art battle, talking about getting ready for it, and just working with some different techniques and different paints and different texture, thickness. Sorry. That's what happens when you go live is sometimes the words just don't come to your head. Yes, and sometimes you just like to hear yourself talk. Yeah. That does happen quite a bit with me. Yes. Alright, so we've got a good start going on all this. So now you can show me something different, something new. Alright, so let's take that other
So now what we'll do is I've taken let's take this light.
Okay.
Is that light you have on there yellow?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So go ahead and use that yellow. That brush is probably okay.
Okay.
Because we can carry just these colors through again.
Okay. So this one that you just gave me, is it thinner, thicker?
This is thinner. This is
so
going to be a little thinner, and you're going to take it over that acrylic, and it's going to, so it's the same color, but it's going to go on the canvas a little different.
Okay. All right. So now let me get more into it. Let's kind of play around with this one. Yeah. You see it kind of being a little bit of a different texture as it hits.
Yeah.
This. I'm messing up mine. It's all good, right? But yeah, it adds, and then too, I can do some mixing with the other ones. I can even,
sure,
put some extra. And this would be great too, like especially if you're trying to fill your space and stuff, just bringing that on around and continuing with more of a smoother texture. All right, here you go. You want to play for a quick?
The other thing we can that I would do before you kind of just take another brush, like you're going to come back in here, just make sure this is all dry.
Okay.
Before you come in here and use it, right?
Right.
So now I know I'm not going to pull any of that other paint over.
Yeah, but how concerned are you going to be if this is black?
This whole thing is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. That's fair, Tracy.
Yep. All right, so we're going to hit it with the black just so it can start to kind of come together, and then I can shade my moon and everything. So I'm just using my black paint.
All right, let's bring it together.
We'll kind of give him a little hillside. I like this paddle brush a lot. Here, we'll just cut it out.
I mean, we could say it's like the Moons of Endor or something.
I know. But this is just Fast and Furious, so y'all get the idea.
Is that the next one, Fast and Furious painting?
Yeah. No,
Fast and Furious
No,
11?
my next movie it's inspired by may end up being my Art Battle contender.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta keep that a secret.
Yeah, I gotta keep that one secret because I can't give away all my trade secrets and stuff. So the things that you guys are seeing in my lives aren't necessarily what you're going to see at the actual battle. You're going to see something very similar to that, though, but in a similar style, but it'll actually end up being more of a surprise. So that's exciting. All right. And then let me get him real quick. This is where I'm going to go back and use your technique, where I'm going to use the corner of the brush. And it still gives me that nice, solid line that I want, that a lot of brushes don't always give me. Only problem with this one is this black takes longer, but I can go in with my shadowing, my highlighting in a minute. Uh-oh, lost his shape. Dang him.
It's Darth Umbrella.
Darth? Yeah. All right. Oh. Okay. Let's make him look more like Spaceballs.
Yes. Yeah. It's a Spaceballs.
Yeah, it's a Spaceballs. What is his name on Spaceballs? Do y'all remember?
Lord Helmet.
Yeah.
I think.
Something like that. No. Yeah.
Lone Star.
Low.
Y'all hear Lance? Lone Star. That's funny. All right, so we'll just do that for now. All right. So now what? What do we want to do now? Now let's take and kind of shadow our moon a little bit. Okay. We're gonna go in. I don't know what this is gonna do, but ooh, that's nice. I think I just messed it up, but it's still a good blend in.
Yeah, you just gotta be careful with that.
That way it actually starts to kind of look like the Death Star. A little bit, at least. Yeah, let's just blend it, just for the heck of it.
Yeah, because you don't really want those heavy lines in there because they're not anywhere else.
Yeah, and then we'll hit it with our yellow to bring out the... Not with that brush. Okay. Then we'll hit it with our yellow.
Where's our brush cleaner?
I know.
Brush cleaner.
Gosh almighty.
Well, that didn't work.
I know. I don't even think he realizes we're talking to him.
In fact, he's throwing things at us now.
He is. He is. He does know
We
we're
have
talking
upset
about him. We have disturbed the...
The force is strong with that one.
Yes, yes. All right. That kind of gives us a bit of a...
For sure.
You can kind of tell what it is, right?
It's not like we planned this out. So.
Yeah. We just kind of are flying by the seat of our pants here, so there's
Okay,
that.
that's good enough.
All right, that's good.
Looking.
All right, so then I'm just going to go in and kind of bring him out as well, if he'll come out.
Do you remember when they were breathing the canned air?
Yes.
It was called Perry air.
So tell me about what can people expect, and tell me about getting tickets and things like that. I told them, the people who are watching and stuff, but can you tell me, like, if I wanted to say can I just show up? Like, if I wanted to just show up.
Yes, you can get tickets at the door.
Okay. Is it better to get reservations? I mean, is it going to be pretty packed, or how does it normally?
Yeah, it's going to be at a new venue this time, so we're expecting a pretty good crowd. So it'd probably be better just go ahead and get your tickets and get there a little early.
And you can also get tables too by emailing Bob as well. So.
Sure. If you can just go on Facebook would be the best place to get the information for that. Art Battle and then Wichita Falls. So
Okay. And they have a Facebook page with all that information and stuff, so it should be pretty easy to get tickets and things like that. It's through their Eventbrite. So are you going to be at the Art Walk this time?
the Art Battle.
I mean, the Art Battle.
I'll be at Art Walk as well. Hopefully.
My gosh!
But yes, I'm actually going to be I kind of take care of the stage for the event.
Kind of the little stage manager,
general stagehand. But yeah, if you've never been before, what it is we put the contestants up on stage, and you just watch them paint. The first round is 20 minutes, and there's 2 rounds, and the top 2 that go through battle at the end. So you have 4 at the end battling on a little bigger canvas. You get 10 more minutes. And
what size is the second canvas compared to the first? Because there is quite a bit of a difference, and I'm just now moving to the regular size. But what size?
Sure,
is the...
I couldn't tell you
because
you had to ask me.
Oh my gosh, I think
Is it
Lance
24?
I think it's 20 by 24.
20 by 24.
It's the last one.
Yes, this is the final. And the thing about those canvases too, they're bigger canvases, and the sides are. You have a lot more side to paint, so you have to account for those as well.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go in with black, just for preference. Bring some of the dark side into it. But we're just about done.
So they only take 2 for the
Isn't it 3?
First round. They take 2 from the first.
Yeah.
Session, and then 2 from the next.
Correct.
Oh, it's
And
2.
then it's only 2, right?
Yeah, 2 from each round.
So 4 in the final.
4 in the final.
There were 6.
There's not. There's 6. There's 6. I don't know where it's.
I just thought there were more, but I guess there's just 4.
Yeah, 4 in the final.
So it's not really 2 rounds. It's just one big round.
That there are a lot of
Two-
competitors.
It's like 2 subcategories, like 2
It's like
preliminary
semifinals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's not technically semifinals because there's no quarterfinals.
Yeah.
right. So you get 1 round, and then it's just a final round.
Right.
It's not like there's 8 people competing.
And then that goes to 4 and then to 2.
Yeah, right.
No, it's different competitors each round.
Right.
Yep.
All right. So I think I kind of got it the way we want it and stuff, just to give us an idea of what it's going to be like. Here's a kind of how it finished up, just for fun. I hope you enjoyed watching us kind of play around and just create something at the last minute.
Babble.
Yeah.
Babble a little bit.
So, and babble a little bit about the art battle and everything. And so the art battle is coming up on the 23rd. And the doors open at 6 o'clock. The actual show starts at 7. And again, you can get tickets by going to their page on Facebook. And then you can also get and reserve a table as well. I think there's 4 top tables, 8 top tables, but you better hurry because they'll run out really quick. Okay.
Glow
and
camp.
what?
Glow camp.
Oh, just a quick thing. Tomorrow, our sale for our Glow Splatter Camp ends tomorrow, and it's still $5 off for each admission. So be sure and take advantage of our sale before it runs out. And that camp is the 13th through the 15th. And who's coming? Luna's Ice Cream. So be sure. Have you ever tried it?
I can't have dairy. I'm allergic.
Oh,
It's terrible, I know.
maybe she has some.
Hey, Luna, you have any dairy-free ice cream?
Yeah, Maria, can you tell us?
Help. All right, just kidding.
All right. So anyway,
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon tomorrow. I gotta show you real quick because I just got him finished today. So my Rockin' Roger is tomorrow. 20 minutes of a Rockin' Roger tomorrow. All right.
Oh Lord,
so,
no, it's just me.
No,
one
turn it
wants to
around,
see
turn
that.
it around.
How do we fix it?
Flip it back
Dear
around.
God.
See, we have a routine. Did you flip
Come
it?
on, no. We did
Oh
that.
my gosh, we've lost it completely. Rotate your phone. Okay.
Here,
so
there.
Here he is. All right, and we will will be painting him. I will be painting him tomorrow in 20 minutes. So, at noon. So, grab a sandwich, grab a Allsup's burrito, grab whatever, and join me tomorrow.
Allsup's burrito, some munchos,
Yeah,
and a Tulsa.
There you go. All right. So, have a great one, you guys, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and never stop creating.